No money for hustler. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. And take up coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of village, nowhere to stay. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since her daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, the children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend, the children have no food to eat. We got major headlines, oh, we got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustler.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the sort of vigilante style justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Stein, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Stein.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jump until the break of dawn. Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flu Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athletes and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Galley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
When you want some more, I provide. So start to talk. Come on, going to 20 pop, put it to Ichiki.
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Generally.
A pleasant good morning, and welcome to another brand new presentation of the program from the Print News on Freedom FM 87.9. Today is the 10th day in the month of June, and the year stands at 2026. Welcome, folks, to the midweek presentation. I'm Wendell Nimna, and together with Esther Daku, I would like to welcome you to the midweek edition of the Print News. Esther, good morning and welcome.
Well, good morning to you, Wendell. Good morning to all of you out there. It's good to be here this morning on the midweek edition of the program from the Print News here on Freedom FM. I'm glad I'm here this morning where I can share what I have on my desk.
All right, so that's it. We will be here running you through those stories making headlines in the print media. And so we want to take this time to welcome all of you listening. Those of you watching us, please drop a comment. Don't forget to indicate where you are watching this print news from. All right, whether from Asia, whether from America, whether from Europe, or somewhere in Africa, please indicate that in our comment section. And we say a big thank you to Crown Stopper Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store on Girdler Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. So, hey, Monrovia, rain, 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 rain. We are already into the season. So today, I'm not too sure we're going to have sun from what the weather is reporting. It's going to be wet all over Monrovia. Well, let's move on to bring you the online versions of the front page Africa newspaper and the Daily Observer. The online is referred to as the Liberian Observer. So let's begin with stories we've got to share with you on this edition of the show. Liberia, Bishop Brown questions government complaint against Nigerian preacher as Abuja distances itself from fake diplomatic letter.
Good.
Hmm?
Of course, from there. That's what it is.
Oh, Liberia. And we see the photograph of the ambassador to Nigeria. We also see the photograph of Bishop Cotto Brown and the Domesday, the Nigerian preacher man. The controversy surrounding a dire prophecy against President Joseph Waka by Nigerian cleric, primate Elijah Babatunde Ayodele has deepened with prominent Liberian religious leader Bishop Cotto Brown questioning the government's response why the Nigerian government has officially disowned a purported diplomatic letter circulating on social media. The dispute began after Ayodele, founder of the Inra Evangelical Spiritual Church in Nigeria, predicted political misfortune for President Waka, including the claim that the Liberian leader will fail to secure a second term in office. The prophecy prompted a strong reaction from Liberia's embassy in Abuja, which publicly expressed concern over what it described as the Nigerian preacher's persistent derogatory comments. In a statement, the Liberian mission stressed that while Nigeria's constitutional guarantees of freedom of expression and religion are respected, public comments about friendly nations and their democratically elected leaders should be made responsibly. While fully respecting Nigeria's constitutional commitment to freedom of expression and freedom of religion, the embassy considers it important that public statements concerning friendly foreign states and their democratically elected leaders be made responsibly in a manner that promotes mutual respect and cordial relations, the embassy stated. The embassy further warned that Ayodele's repeated remarks could negatively affect the historically cordial relationship between Liberia and Nigeria. The embassy is particularly concerned that the persistent derogatory statements made by Primate Ayodele could undermine the long-standing brotherly relationship between the peoples of Liberia and Nigeria, the statement added. However, the embassy response has drawn criticism from some quarters, including Bishop Cotto Brown, former president of the Liberia Council of Churches, who questioned why the government would elevate a prophecy to the level of a diplomatic concern. In the statement titled, I am utterly shocked by government's response to Nigerian prophecy. Brown said he was surprised by the intensity of the government's reaction, given Liberia's claim to being established on Christian principles. I am shocked about the level of response from government functionaries about a reported Nigerian primate's prophecy concerning the Liberian government, Brown said. I didn't expect that the functionaries of government will give such credence to a prophecy they don't believe in. given that they consider him a fake prophet. Brown emphasized that no Liberian wishes harm upon the country and rejected any suggestion of political change outside the democratic process. No Liberian, not even me, wants to see any bad thing happen to Liberia. Any interference to any change of government outside the democratic process is not. Reverend Lokin, we will call you back, please. We have to talk to you. It can be now. Okay, I see the call of Reverend Festor Logan coming in. Well, let's continue with the story. It says, no Liberian, not even me, wants to see any bad thing happen to Liberia. Any interference to any change of government outside the democratic process is not only unwelcome, but outrightly rejected because Liberia has paid the price with her blood, tears, and sweat for the sustenance of democracy, rule of law, free speech, human rights, and other democratic values, he stated. All right, because of time, we'll leave it right there so we can take one more story from the front page Africa newspaper, and then we send controls to Esther for more developments. And it says here, Liberia LMTI concession breaks cancellation as House reviews alleged service failures. Okay, let's take a few lines from there. Liberia is an interesting country, I'm telling you. Members of the House of Representatives have alarmed deception of the public by the Liberia Traffic Management Incorporated regarding its capacity to manage the country's transport services and have set up a committee to investigate allegations of poor service being rendered. The House's decision was triggered by the appearance and subsequent admission of providing substandard services by the LTMI's management. LTMI is a private, foreign backed company that holds a controversial 25-year concession agreement with the government of Liberia to modernize, digitize, digitize, and manage the country's national traffic, vehicle, and transport services. Under the signed agreement, LTMI manages core transport functions that were previously executed exclusively by the Ministry of Transport, such as driver and vehicle services, driver testing, certification, license issuance, and vehicle registration and licensing. It also conducts safety and infrastructure that is inclusive of vehicle roadworthiness inspections, city parking management, and tow truck management. It also does not enforcement. It also does enforcement and logistics such as traffic violation ticketing, vehicle towing, and the towing of vehicle and impound management in coordination with the Liberia National Police (LMP). The concession was initially ratified in 2018, but was derailed by legal disputes and competing government agreements until it was activated by the Barkat administration. Since the passage, the concession has been greeted by heavy criticism from the public and even with policymakers, including lawmakers themselves condemning the deal. Lawmakers invite over allegations of poor performance. On the heels of public backlash, the company's wound was recently deepened by allegations that it was issuing substandard driver's licenses, license plates, and other poll services, thus drawing the attention of two members of the House of Representatives in writing separate letters that invited the management of the company and the LNP to speak to the glaring information that poor services being provided. Mohammed Abu Dawich, Chief Executive Officer of LTMI, on his appearance, admitted to members of the House of producing substandard license plates and driver's licenses, but said it is on a temporal basis. According to him, these plates and documents are only being used in the meantime while the company awaits the arrivals of standard plates and relevant documents such as driver's licenses. The LNTR CEO informed lawmakers that a ship full of these consignments is being stocked in Dubai due to the US Iran war that has since made sea travel dangerous and somewhat inaccessible. Our shipment stock in Dubai, and due to the US Iran war, it is not able to come. More than 70,000 plates are on board. LMTI is modernizing documents, said the LTMI head. The, uh, the revelation by the LTMI CEO added more fuel to the fire, with several lawmakers, including Monserrate District 14 Representative Mocha Kamara, Steve Tikwa of Riverside District 2, and Mary Johnson of Grand Jita District 2, among others, expressing displeasure over the company's operations and recommending the contractual termination. They fool us. They pretended like they knew the job better than their predecessor, the Ministry of Transport, but they know nothing. If money had been given to them, they must refund for these services. They must refund it, contended Rep. Mary Johnson. Esther, I think because of time, we'll stop here and send controls to you to continue with the dailies on your end.
Thank you very much, Wendell. Before me, I have the online version of the Daily Observer, which is the Liberian Observer. And top story here says Supreme Court reopens juror tampering inquiry into a case.
Hmm.
Supreme Court reopens jury tampering inquiry into a case. We'll take some lines from this story and then we can run more stories here this morning. We have the Supreme Court of Liberia has reopened a contentious chapter in one of the country's most closely watched criminal trials, lifting a temporary stay order and allowing Criminal Code C to resume its investigation into alleged jury tampering in the case involving former Finance Minister Samuel D. Twe Jr. The ruling for Justice in Chambers Yusuf V. Kaba clears the procedural barrier that had halted the inquiry but simultaneously imposes a key safeguard. Investigation must now proceed in open court. The decision reignites debate over judicial authority, jury independence, and legal finality of appointments under Liberian law. It says at the center of the storm is a May 8, 2026 verdict in which 9 of 12 jurors returned a not guilty decision on all charges against Twe, including economic sabotage, money laundering, theft of property, criminal conspiracy, and criminal facilitation. The ruling also appointed former Finance Intelligence Agency as Financial Intelligence Agency, Comptroller D. Moses P. Cooper, while convicting two co-defendants, proceeding a mixed verdict that immediately polarized political and legal observers. The charges against West stemmed from allegations involving the alleged unauthorized handling and distribution of over US 6.2 million and LD 1 billion in public funds tied to the Financial Intelligence Agency. The case from its inception was politically charged, drawing intense public scrutiny and forming the former minister as either a victim of politicized persecution or a central figure in a major public financial scandal. Following the appointed criminal C. George Usman Feka initiated an unprecedented post-verdict inquiry after receiving as the advents from three former jurors alleging misconduct during the trial process. Among the claims raised were allegations of jurors attempting social gathering during the trial period, possibly a possible breach of sequential rules including access to mobile phones and unauthorized communication, and potential external influence before and after deliberations. Judge Feka subsequently summoned jurors' defense attorneys, prosecutors, the court offers for questioning, and indicated plans to review CCTV footage, phone records, and testimony from court Wallace, who supervised the jury panel. Under Liberian law, jurors are required to deliberate exclusively on evidence presented in court and remain insulated from outside influence. And a breach of this principle is considered a serious offense capable of undermining the integrity of a verdict. Twice defense team led by Councillor Arthur Johnson immediately rejected the inquiry, arguing that it amounted to an unlawful attempt to revisit a final verdict. At a May 20 press conference, Johnson described the probe as unconstitutional, illegal, and politically motivated, insisting that once a juror is discharged, the trial court loses jurisdiction over its members. The court lacks the jurisdiction to record and investigate them in this manner. Johnson assured farmers forming the inquiry sorry as a de facto effort to undo an acquittal that is protected under Liberia's double jeopardy doctrine. But let's leave you here and run more stories we have this morning for you on the online version of the Daily Observer, LPRA, GPC deepen ties on oil and gas sector development. We have more stories here. Liberia Petroleum Regulatory Authority and the Ghana Petroleum Commission signed an MOU for energy sector regulation, focusing. Let's bring you some more lines from this story. It says focusing. Where are we? Okay, the Liberia Petroleum Regulatory Authority has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Ghana Petroleum Commission, marking a significant step in South cooperation for energy sector regulation. The agreement signed on June 2nd, 2026, will strengthen petroleum sector governance through regulatory collaboration, knowledge exchange, and joint capacity building. Both institutions will share regulatory expertise in petroleum licensing, contract administration, local content development, initiate joint training programs for petroleum sector professionals, and provide mutual support to engage investors, national stakeholders, and multilateral institutions. The agreement is finalized at a time when the LPRA, sorry, is advancing regulatory compliance and effective administration of Liberia's first set of upstream production sharing contracts in a decade. The PSCs were signed in 2025 with Total Energy EP Liberia and Oranto Petroleum. The relationship between Liberia and Ghana in the energy sector has always been one of inspiration and mutual support. We are meeting today as friendly nations shaped by one another's good examples in natural resource management. Martin T. Logan, Director General, Liberia Petroleum Regulatory Authority. As regulators, we are entrusted to ensure petroleum resources deliver lasting benefits to our citizens, and achieving this requires strong institutions, capacity, or capable human resources, robust regulatory frameworks, and continuous learning from one another. Imafra Hardcastle, Chief Executive Officer, Petroleum Commission of Ghana. Well, let's stop here and look up more stories this morning. We have CRA urges young Africans to embrace inclusive leadership discipline. And we see the European Sports Minister being photographed here. But let's look at more stories this morning. We have Senate confirms Buakai's NEC nominee. Wow, Wendell.
Mhm.
Let's take some lines. And the Senate has confirmed Mr. Jonathan Q. Wida as chairman of the National Elections Commission, formally completing President Joseph Boakai swift replacement of the country's top electoral administrator following the resignation of former chairperson David Airtel Brown Lasana. The confirmation, which took place on Capitol Hill Tuesday, was largely uncontested, though it was not without dissent. Nima County Senator Kogai cast the lone vote against the autonomous agencies and the commission's report that recommended Wida's approval, signaling lingering political question over the management and independence of the country's electoral system. The confirmation, however, means Wida is now clear to lead electoral body as the 2029 election cycle begins to take shape. His elevation comes at a politically sensitive moment for Liberia as the country moves beyond the contested 2023 electoral cycle and begins early institutional positioning ahead of the 2029 general elections. His appointment is widely viewed as part of President Bokai's broader effort to stabilize governance institutions while projecting reform and administrative continuity. President Boakai nominated Widow on March 30, 2026, just days after the resignation of Madame Lassana on March 23rd. In the interim, Widow had been serving as acting chair of the NEC, effectively ensuring operational continuity at a time when electoral institutions remain under close public scrutiny. The speed of the nomination underscored the administration's urgency to avoid a leadership vacuum at an institution often described as one of Liberia's most politically sensitive bodies. The NEC credibility has historically been central on electoral legitimacy, particularly in a country where elections have frequently been accompanied by disputes, court challenges, and allegations of irregularities. Wheeler is not a newcomer to the institution he now leads. His professional record at the NEC spanned roughly 16 years between 2004 and 2020, during which he rose through the ranks to commissioner and acting co-chairman. He previously oversaw key administrative portfolios, including human resources, finance, finance and procurement, functions central to the operational integrity of electoral management. He has also represented Liberia in international election observation missions with the African Union and ECOWAS, including deployments in Kenya, Ghana, and Nigeria. Experiences that supporters say have exposed him to comparative electoral systems across the continent. But let's leave you here and look at more stories this morning. Let's see what more do we I what more we have here. We have US 19.2 million cocaine shipment busted at RIA.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got these seven, the whole thing. Just go through that story.
And Wanda, you will not believe the very day it came out, I was at the airport
Mm-hmm.
and I saw them rolling it out in this very
Yeah,
box you see it in.
yeah.
I'm telling you,
The
people are
government that
brave.
is the BB people know about that. They need that thing. Mm.
The inception of the 198 compressed plates of cocaine valued at an estimated US 19.2 million at Rabat International Airport has once again placed Liberia at the center of West Africa's expanding narcotics trafficking corridor, raising urgent questions about the country's evolving role as a shipment route. The legal outcomes that have followed earlier high profile drug cases. The Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency confirmed seizure was carried out on June 8, 2026, during a targeted intelligence led operation in collaboration with joint security personnel assigned to the airport. The cocaine concealed in 6 cargo boxes were, concealed, in 6 cargo boxes were reportedly destined for Brussels Airlines flight operations bound for Europe. LDEA Deputy Commissioner for Operations BCP Fitzgerald T.M. Biango described the interception as one of the most significant in recent years, stressing that it reflects improved coordination among Liberia's security agencies. This seizure represents one of the most significant narcotics interception in recent times and demonstrates the effectiveness of ongoing reforms, intelligence-driven operations, and strengthening interagency cooperation within Liberia's security sector, Yango said. But I,
And so the person that wrote this story, they had him misplaced. Biago is not the deputy for operations. He's
okay,
the head of the LDEA. I
okay,
think that's a
right.
typographical error.
Mhm. He added a more forceful warning to trafficking networks operating through Liberia. This operation sends an unequivocal message that Liberia is not a transit point, marketplace, or safe haven for drug traffickers. The latest seizure adds to a growing list of major narcotics interception in Liberia over the past decade, reinforcing assessments by regional security analysts that West Africa has become an increasingly important transshipment corridor for South American cocaine bound for Europe. But let's leave it here and take our final story. House launches probe into LTM concession.
Wrote that
This
story.
is important. Yeah, we do have got the story definitely, and I hope we can talk about that. But so far, these are all of the stories we have.
Thank you as always, Esther, for your splendid presentation of the delis. And folks, those are all the stories we got to share with you on this edition of the Pre News. We would now take word from our sponsor. We just don't know what's going on with our Radio LIB crew, but the weather report from yesterday continues. So those of you who are making your way to town, those of you who have smartphones that can read the weather, please make sure that you dress according to the weather for today.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take word from our sponsors. Like I said, when we come back, we'll draw you close to our talking points this morning on the program from the Pre News. Stay tuned.
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. Well, it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Robbie, what you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flu Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put in thought to Ichiki. Villa living sense in her.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Morocco.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to serve the search of vigilante-side justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sanya, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sanya.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia.
Okay, folks, big thank you to our sponsors, and we are back to continue our talking points. But just before we can get to that, let's bring in our weatherman. Our weatherman is already here, and so let's hear the weather report. We gave you the weather report yesterday morning, last night, and we are about to run you through again with the weather report. So let's leave the shores of Liberia and cross over to the United States, to be precise, New York, Staten Island, where our man Tunis is pretty seated. Tunis, good morning from Liberia.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Mama Liberia. Your weatherman, Suleiman Hashim Tunis. As my partner told you, we give you the weather report every day because weather changes every day. Today is the day, half of the day already gone. So today is going to be cloudy, 80 degree in Monrovia area.
Mhm.
And it's going to be cloudy. It's going to look like it want to rain sometime. It might, but definitely for you to see the sun today, it's not telling me that sun coming out today. But one of the best weather so far when it's cloudy, when it's not hot and it's not raining and it's not cold. That's the kind of weather you really need to appreciate because I'm not seeing any rain here. And I'm not seeing any sun. I'm seeing cloudy looking. And the thing is, the temperatures feel like 86. The wind is not blowing that much. It's only 5 miles per hour. Humidity is 90. And the average It's 96. Tomorrow is the one you should be worried about a bit. But tomorrow is not too good. Tomorrow you'll be today now, way in the evening. Today about 11 while you almost asleep, it will start raining, and that rain will be extremely heavy at time while you already in bed, you finish doing your homework, everything. So except people who like to hustle overnight, that's your problem. That rain will you will be messing with rain. But the rain will start midnight while our show is going on the nighttime spin. It will start, and it will get heavier at times, and it'll be raining till Thursday. Thursday, you'll wake up with rain tomorrow. You'll wake up with rain, and that rain will be a little bit heavy. Not too heavy, but it'll be a little bit heavy. And it will continue. It will continue all day. All day. It's all day rain on Thursday. So be prepared for Thursday. Thursday is a very big raining day. Take all your gear for the rain. So that's it. Today, thank God, because you can dress any which way you want to. You can, but tomorrow, that's the midday. And Friday, you also wake up with rain. And that rain, it's not light rain. It's going to be heavier, and you'll be all day Friday. It's not really good. The rain may not continue all day, but the thunderstorm will be too severe. It'll be your ear. You must prepare for it. Lightning, thunderstorm, lightning mainly, and thunderstorm. And it's not Sunday. No sun will be up. If you did, just forget about the sun anyway. Forget about the sun. The sun is not even visiting you. It might visit somewhere in Nima or somewhere other area, but Monrovia area, it's not. So your weather for today, that's it. Today you look good until way midnight. Late in the evening, around 11, and the rain will start coming. By the time now, you're already doing your homework. Thursday is the one you should really, really, really be worried about. Thursday. So that's it. That's your weather report. And let me send control back to you.
Thank you there, Tunis, for running us through the weather report. And folks, that's it. Just govern yourself accordingly. Don't let stuff to embarrass you. You heard from us the weather report. So if I were you, I would dress accordingly. All right, so that's it. Esther and I, together with Tunis, our attention this morning, my attention is drawn to this Bwaka, appointment, the National Elections Commission, and then $90 million of cocaine drug bust at the Rabbits International Airport. I don't know, but yesterday it was George. We are bringing in drugs into the country, but George, we are have left the stage almost 3 years now, and drugs are still coming into the country. So are we still telling the Liberian people that George, we are bringing drugs in the country? 19.2
If he's the one bringing it and he's not in power, why haven't you arrested him?
19.2 million. What? Look at it. Look at the kind of thing you said.
Wendell, this shows bravery in the first place, because how do you travel with this amount of drug?
Esther,
placed in a container. Look at the container.
Let me, I like calling you darling.
So this one,
darling, this other one I seen here. The other one I seen here. Nobody will come from, I don't know, cyberspace to tell me that no government official is attached to this. To pass through the Rabbits International Airport. Can you imagine?
Not hiding, it's nothing.
Nothing. Because you know how hard the people are coming down on the drugs business in our country, and you still have that nerve to pass through the airport with 19. Yo, watching us. You see the quantity of drugs that was seized at the airport. You see that
That's a huge quantity.
19.2 million. I don't know whether that the market worth, but it's too huge. It's too
Exactly.
huge, so it's very huge. And you see, no wonder why when the preacher man said the government is confused, people are, taking it the other way.
Mm-hmm.
But too many confused things happening in the country. Even we as citizens, too many confused things happening in the country.
Well,
So it's not easy to pass through the airport with 19.2 million cocaine.
it is not.
Now they say that marijuana, but cocaine again.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say a big thank you to the team at the airport, the LDEA guys at the airport. I think they have done a great job.
Mm-hmm.
They have done a great job. The commander at the airport deserve to be elevated. I'm telling you, because $19.2 million worth of cocaine, that small thing to catch. Let's stop before I go back to you. We don't have been confirmed by the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
And, the people have been saying that they will know about using power, they get power, so they're not going to relinquish power to anybody. So they did everything they could to put their own person there who they believe in that tomorrow will turn things around for them if the election does not go their way.
Mm-hmm.
So my fear is this Widow guy, I don't know what wealth, because they talk about his wealth of experience.
Yeah,
But my thing is the integrity issue.
that's it.
That's the integrity issue.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Maybe we are, taking him to be who is not. But on the other hand, too,
We know
Wida
he's involved
is
with
is
party.
aligned with the ruling establishment. That's our fear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his political connection with the Unity Party and the president.
Mm-hmm.
But let's hear from Esther. We'll go to Gus, and then we come. I'm sorry, Tunis, and come back and take a few calls.
Okay, thank you very much, Wendell. When it comes to this Jonathan Wither guy, sometimes you will not always only look at people experience,
Mm,
over the years, what they have achieved, what they have worked with, and all of that. I
mm,
understand that this is important. But when they're at the end of the day, integrity matters.
exactly.
We're not saying that people do not have the right to affiliate with political party and all of that. But we know this unity party. This is a government, or these are the kind of people who will do everything to bring themselves to power.
Mm.
They will do everything. We saw it, Wendell. The people use propaganda. The very propaganda they use to get to power, they are still not able to uphold to some of the things that is said, that is spoke against.
Because
We are seeing the very things that is spoke against. They are doing it. When you mention it, Wendell, they will tell you, we are did it.
you lie to come to power, but you
So
can't lie to
why
govern.
did you speak against it when you know that this is the very thing that you would do? You talk about rescue. Have you rescued anybody? No one has been rescued. Why should we trust a man like Jonathan Wither who is aligned with the party? Why should we trust him? Is it because he have served, as a chairman, or a co-chair on the elections commission? I'm seeing since 2004 he's been working with it. And so what? This is somebody we do not trust
Mm.
because we know what Unity Party people are. You lie your way through everything. And so we do not trust you. So this is a wrong move. I don't know how the Senate sat there and they passed something like this. I don't even know how you did it. Because you should not just be looking at what you can get. You should be looking at the end of the day, if we go to elections, is it going to be peaceful? Is it going to be fair? These are the things we should ask ourselves because they are the ones that matters. We want this country to continue to be a democratically free country. We witnessed President we are here.
Yeah.
He turned power over peacefully. There was no rigging of election.
Mhm.
And we expect the same to
Yeah.
be done.
He was a Cuban at the time to challenge any
Exactly.
results, but he didn't because he knew that he have already listened to the NEC pronouncement, so he
Right.
had a calling to give a, and
Right.
congratulated
And so
the current
therefore,
administration.
we expect the same, and we do not believe that this man is capable of giving us a free and a fair election. This is what I'm saying.
This is where Liberians need to stand up against this man appointment at the NEC.
Exactly. Because the more we keep quiet about these things, the more people will feel like it's okay to have it. And it's wrong, Mundell. Just before I send controls to Tunis, I just want to talk about this drug thing, Mundell. First of all, like you said, it is not possible for this number of consignment of drug to enter the country without anybody being an eye to it from Liberia. It's not possible.
No.
You cannot just pass drug through people's country and expect checking to not go on.
Mhm.
You go to every international airport in this country, we know they got things put in place. Even at some of the hotels you leave from here, you go to other country. Before you even enter, you gotta get your bag. They will pass it through another side. You passing through another side. So you cannot expect to travel to another man's country or pass through some of the airport with they cannot the numbers. It's too brave.
Mhm.
I mean, you travel to another man's country with this number. It's not even in hiding with the look at the thing it was in. When they were
19.
pushing it out of the airport, the last one owner was smashing. I mean,
Yeah.
make it make sense.
Yeah.
So it was too glaring. You don't do this.
$19.2 million worth of cocaine
And this happened
passed through
because
the airport.
somebody was here.
Then you
You
want to tell
should
me
have
say nobody,
overseen it.
no B person
Probably he didn't get
connected?
any money they wanted. And so it had to be exposed and other than that. But we don't know. We're just saying. So this is it, Wendell. This is sad for our country. I remember a couple of years back when a police officer caught a lawmaker, Wendell, with drug. And he told her that she can do nothing about it. We all sat here the day she was caught to stand before the house and point at the lawmaker.
She fainted.
She fainted, and we have never heard of anything. We have never heard what happened after.
I hold the
So-
DA commander at the airport too will not faint. But let's hear from Tunis, then we take calls.
This is
Let's hear
it.
from you, Tunis.
Yeah, my brother, a lot of things happen in Mama Liberia. It's a lot of weird things happen. I mean, the drugs being busted.
Mhm.
Who are those who brought the drugs in? Not a single person being arrested. Yet busted drugs. I believe that they probably were testing the security on the international airport.
Mm.
You know, I don't believe I mean, everybody have their opinion. I don't believe that government official or higher ranking government official is involved. If that's the case, they might have played their game better than Boston, and because this amount of drugs is huge. The money is huge, 19,000, which is like 3 point something billion.
Is it 19,000 or 19 million?
19 million. Miss of the number, 19 million, which is 3 billion.
19.2 million.
Mhm.
That's why they got cocaine shipment busted at.
US. Can you imagine?
So that's money is too huge.
And I'm told it was bound for Europe.
If probably were banned for Europe and it came this way, but if nobody is arrested, when somebody going to be arrested? So these are the questions that follow these drugs busting. And that's what we need to ask: why nobody is busted with the consignment? Why? It's too huge. So we gotta wait and see how they just came to Liberia and it's offloaded in Liberia, even though they say it was meant for Europe. Why it was here? You know, and the reason why I say probably there's nobody, no government official or high-ranking government officials involved in it because they would have played their game better. They would have go and do their due diligence for that drug to pass instead of just leaving it open like that to just enter by itself. So that's one thing I'm thinking of. I mean, I may be wrong. I'm not saying this. What I'm saying is true. But if I'm a government official and this amount of money, this is a huge money, consignment, and I'm involved. I'm government officials, and I'm partner with these things. Everybody want money. Everybody want to get rich overnight. 19 point something million. If you can take 3-4 million and bribe our Liberian security, 4 million is not that. Some of them would take that money, trust me, and turn their eyes on the other side for that consignment to pass. But anyway, we are happy. The security apparatus on the airport doing their job. And this happened since the 8th, since when? Since the 8th. Today the 10th, 3 days now, 8, 9, 10. So, and still we have nobody yet to be arrested. So we want to know those who are behind this, please. You did a good job, you got it, we've seen the pictures, everything. But please let us arrest somebody because somebody might have put that on our plane for if it's for like okay. When it comes to the election commission, these people want to spoil Liberia. They are power greedy. They don't want to leave power. This is the reason why they bring in someone who can turn things around for them. So someone we all know before the election, he already given the pronouncement that the Unity Party already win. Okay, but we are not going to fall for it. This old man, he has no interest in this country. People are forcing him to do these things. They click in Liberia. They are forcing him. The old man is almost to his grave. There's nothing else he's looking for in this world. Nothing that when you're in that age, you care for nothing else. You just eat, sleep, and wait for the day, your time. It's not like the young man who in the 30, 40, or 50. You stay expecting something big to happen in your life. This old man have nothing. Just if I'm lying, any of us, let's reach to that old man age. And what will you be? Even they give you the whole world, it will mean nothing to you. Okay? Even the banana they gave you, a raw banana they gave you, you're not too sure if it will get red before the next 2 days for you to eat it. That's the kind of age that I'm talking about. So they are click back there. They don't want to relinquish power. And it's not going to happen. If you're going to support it, the Liberia people will be ready. We will be ready. So don't even think because you got the gun, you got the police, you got a soldier, then people will be afraid. Forget about that. You yourself, your life is at stake. It's not just the other people, the other way around. You yourself. So the old man is not doing good because the people that are pushing him, he can't see the old man for him to even sit down here. He called the people, he make them to stand. Hey, can I tell them to sit down now? That's the kind of old man you're going to depend on. The brain is not working accordingly again. All right? Who been in government for more than 50 years? He asking someone who he far older than, can I tell them to sit down now? He wake up to go speak. He went the other way. And then
our president also.
All right.
Vaya preso No, that is just it. That the preso you talking to those. I said that why your preso did.
That's what he did. We see him with the facts.
Oh,
If you don't want to hear it, so be it. But this is the true story. This is what happened if on full right in our eyes, Then we there, people are so greedy. People like Mandela Cooper there,
okay.
okay? They don't want to relinquish this government. They want to support it for everybody. And we are ready for the election 2029. We will go there
Yeah, we are.
and we will win them. Thank you.
Thank you, the voice of Solomon Tunis. Let's use this time to congratulate the Secretary General of the Mali Coalition for Democratic Change,
Yeah.
Jefferson Tamakoji.
Mhm.
I'm told he's the very first Liberian to earn a master's degree in counterterrorism. We have to research that, but from the record, I'm told he's the very first Liberian
Mm.
to earn a master's degree in counterterrorism from the Richmond University in Israel. Yesterday, I was fortunate to catch up with the program.
Mhm.
It was screened all around Monserrato. Yeah, people went with projector watching it live. And all of that. And I was one of those who was opportune to catch up with it at the brief intellectual forum.
Mm.
But folks, that's it. Esther is going to get the comments.
Mhm.
After the comments, we'll come and take few calls, and then we'll leave here at 12:30.
Before you take a comment, can we, in a minute, can you let our people know what uh, counterterrorism is all about when someone is taking master degree for? I mean, we're so happy our brother, our nephew.
Okay, we'll do
Yeah, you
that.
can
We'll,
share that
we'll do
with
that.
us.
Yeah. So,
Tunis.
yeah, Tunis. So, just go
You can
ahead.
just share
Let's
that
give
with
you the
us.
time.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I really don't. I'm not too enlightened on that. So I thought
Okay, we'll give our people that information, but let's read the comments because of time. We'll get to them. We'll do that for you. Okay, that's what we always do: inform you, educate you, and entertain you. So
Okay.
we'll provide that information for you. But let's go through the comments.
Thank you. We have the comments before us, and we have Juju One where he says, "Good morning, following live from Dwazon, Newtown." We have Clarence Dwyer. He says, "Good morning, Wendell and Esther, and good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. I'm Clarence Obechi Dwyer, watching this morning from Magdala Cooper Husband District." So you put a husband finally. I District 11 Ben and stop in Panosville, Montserrado County. Esther, thank you very much for the dress code this morning. Seriously,
Hmm.
you dress like the warehouse girls, not small correspondent. We have Hassan Pay. Hassan Payne says, I think that's Payne. Says, "Hi, Freedom FM. I'm watching you from Douala Market here in Makeke. This whole Unity Party government has made your country to look funny, like a funny area to another country. But 2029, we will take those guys from power because they all are lack of experience unless LTN bring them to look for money in our country." We have Josephine Satya Amor Amensa. She says,
Happy birthday to her. Today is her
"Today is my
birthday.
birthday.
Hey, Sade.
Happy birthday."
Happy birthday, oh sister.
We have Chiba Kamara. He says, "Good morning to my Freedom FM family following live from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota." Wisa Colley says he's watching from Monrovia, Liberia. And VTC, we have, he says, best President George M. Weah. We have Felicia D. Barclay. She says, "Good morning, my Freedom family. Since JMP government don't want to believe this man of God. As for me and my house, we will continue to pray for Mama Liberia and my former leaders for the 2029." Phoenicia's Junior Bar says he's following from Newcrest Town, and he says we are is coming back 2029. Abraham and Addison says, "Good morning, Freedom FM. Print News live program is always informative and keeps us updated before the day starts. We really appreciate you guys for the information given to our lovely country, Mama Liberia." Following from my resident, we have Rebecca Seon, long time ma'am. She says, "Good morning, Brother Wendell and the team." We have Clarence Dwyer again says the House of Representatives vote of no confidence in one Liberian ambassador a few days ago. but they will not do anything to these criminal traffic management people that are producing substandard materials because Katumu Bwaka is one of the main beneficiaries. No wonder why the Nigerian pastor said the government is confused. Joseph Bwaka and his family know something about the $19.5 million drugs that were arrested at the airport with Joseph Bwaka. Any bad thing is possible. President Weah was the one transporting drugs 2 years, 6 months ago. Joseph Bwaka and Katumu, the newest dealers of drugs in the country. Joseph Weah says Bwaka and his son knows about that drugs that came in the country. He says if Liberian people want 2029 election to be peaceful, they better stand up against whether to resign or else it will not be something small. Stephen Yakade says, good morning, following from Cotton Tree District 2, Lower Margibi County. We have Vanny Parker, he says, watching from Kinjor. Joseph Weir says, if Widow wants Liberia to go back to war, it will go back. If Widow doesn't resign. That's Mohammed Ali Gray says, Weir will not come back again. Joseph Weir says, for Liberia to be peaceful, come 2029 election, Widow needs to resign as election commissioner. We already know what's going to happen. Stanley Bosso says he says good morning to the peace-loving citizens of La Mama Liberia, watching live from a residence in Congress City. I am Stanley Bosi, Wendell Darling in Tunis. Tikon Bwaka continued to show that the man of God said that his government is confused by appointing a partisan in Widow as NEC chairman. And we have Abraham Addison again. He says these guys are not serious, honest. They're not serious, honestly. How can such a thing most happen on our airports in Liberia? The country name matters, but we will say our eyes is on the guy. We also want to know who is responsible for the drug. And Joseph, we are safe. Any
Let's
attempt?
just, Joseph, we okay with all of your comments.
Jeremiah
Let's just
Couler
from over
says,
there.
watching from Mississippi Street, Greenville, Sino County. We have Pico. He says, good afternoon. I'm watching from Newtown. These are all the comments, Wendell.
Thank you there very much, Esther. And like to our brother concerned, he wants to know what is counterterrorism. Is let me just educate our people. Those of you who are, student of search. Let me just read this. It's better to do it. It says counterterrorism refers to the practices, laws, policies, and operational tactics used by governments, military forces, and intelligence agencies to prevent, deter, and respond to terrorist attacks. It involves identifying threat actors, disrupting financing and recruitment, and protecting critical infrastructure to secure nations from violence. So that's it. I want to say big bomb blast, 3-time bomb blast from us here to you, Jefferson Tamakoji. We will just have to research that because we've been told that he's the first Liberian citizen to ever earn a master degree in counterterrorism. So that we'll have to research and get back to our people with that information. But in the meantime, between time, let's hear from you on our talking points. 14 more minutes to go. You can call in and make your contribution here on the program from the pre-news on Freedom FM 87.9. Those of you who are listening, call us on 0776 104 104, 086 500 104. And the female line is 0770 297 The WhatsApp line for those of you outside Liberia is +231 86 500 104. 19.2 million cocaine got busted at the Rabas International Airport. How did it get to the airport? who is the owner for that consignment, we are yet to know. And the Senate has confirmed John Nathan Weider as the new chairman of the National Elections Commission. And this is a man who has ties with the ruling establishment. So let's take you as our first caller. Good afternoon.
Good morning.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's past 12 o'clock.
Sorry.
That's why I'm saying good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dubai. Let me say good afternoon to Danny.
Good afternoon.
This is David King, and I join you for my president.
It's good having you, David. It's good having you on the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, what goes around comes around. The entire drug thing, they were being politicized. There was propaganda. People say George Weah Jamaica resort is where people go to smoke drugs. And I said, due to COVID-19, the British ambassador at Crescent Dialis capital presented a letter of credence at Jamaica resort to the president. So does that mean that he went there to go smoke? Meeting Israeli ambassador, that lady that came here, she also presented her letter of credence at the Jamaica resort. But what got you guys? There's so much small mind. There's a small ear mind in thinking. It's to say everything in the country should be about politics. George, we only need a place Jamaica resort because he wanted his wife to be remembered in Liberia. That's all. Nothing about that place. There's no drugs over there. That place does not look like how they call it. Very busy. No straight. No straight by back at home. They got some more room. Got some more coming from 11. You think Obama the whole. Okay? So when people talk about drug being arrested in that quantity, that one for dollar, you clearly speak to the fact that drug being has become very legal. Because for you to have taken that amount of drugs, you are importing broad daylight. Yes, in the glaring eyes of Liberia, it means that other thing are happening. Okay. But it's like the money that they charge.
David.
Another thing I never had to forget. So,
David, your line is cracking. We have to leave you there. Let's talk to this person. Hello. Good morning. Is this Spencer Mohammed?
That's why I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I'm calling from Down Coast Borneo. Community, a member of concern for justice.
Yes, sir.
Am I hearing that nearly 19.5 is converted into like $3 billion war for drugs? He's been arrested at the Bravo International Airport under a rescue government. A rescue government that can be on the mattress of drugs being brought into our country by President Weah in Finabondo. Are they telling us that Finabondo is President Weah still bringing drugs in our country? Absolutely, the answer is no. That drugs was brought into our country by Joseph Newman Boakai because there's a saying that what the run was coming around. You guys attack President Weah and demonizing to the Liberian people to be the drug dealer. So in my mind, the newest drug dealer in our country is President Boakai, who promised our people a job and who failed to create a job in the last 3 years. He has resorted to only drugging our people because he has failed to create jobs. That's why the quantum of drugs is coming to our country on an industrial scale. This way, my mind presents a complete liability to us. That's why the prophet said the entire government is confused, and the president said he's confused, and they're all here running after him, and only showing a limitation and exemplifying the complete confusion in the government. This government has failed us. Boakai, you are now saying to the newest drug dealer in Bring Country, but 2029, we thank you for deceiving our people and lying to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Spencer. Let's talk to this person. Hello? Go ahead.
Let me know in the party government. But all the experience that the president promised us to the computer, how to withdraw, how to bring it. Imagine how can you stand down on 4 ministries? We are running our ticket. 4 million. Look at the election for the LCS. I saw it, I saw it, the whole thing.
That's true. That's true. They themselves admitted that the stuff they are issuing just for temporary. Wow.
You never identify me. We can't government like this. Somebody always keep talking something for another country. Instead of you to pray that you go to another country. What are you taking out for you? I don't know what you say. What are you doing? When the reputation will look bad, come to it now. We're not going to fight. We're not going to go to the street. Come to it now. We'll beat up to the body part.
Thank you.
I don't want to want to do. Everybody don't put it up. Thank you for putting me in the time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Esther, have a caller there. Let's talk to that person.
Yeah, we have this person on the line. Let's have you.
Joseph Colley. I'm quite sure it's Joe Colley.
Yeah, good evening, Brother Williams, Sis Esther, and to our brother Tony's. Hello, and this is Joseph Colley calling from New York and Mama Liberia. Let's not forget, my people. We remember during those days of the campaign, Costa told us that he brought some money people. Where they came from, we don't know. Where they are involved in that were connected to the party, we don't know. So, Brother Tony, don't put your head on the chopping board for these people. These guys are a lot of criminals. They do a lot of crazy things. So we don't know where they came from. When we saw the party going to Guinea-Bissau, and we know Guinea-Bissau is one of the transit areas for drugs. So the party need to explain to us where the drugs came from. And now let's not forget also that a couple of months ago, we saw the same DEA people fighting over drugs money. How it happened, we don't know. Because a lot of these guys did a lot of secret things at the time of the government that were there, and they were putting the blame on the government. But now today is showing, because these guys, they emboldened these guys that were doing those things to do it to tarnish the reputation of the government at the time. But because they have been doing it, and these guys are on board, how do they stop them now? So we all got to be level-headed and see where they're coming from. And let's not also forget, so Tenta Waterspoon told us that they did a lot of things. The things that they did, only God can forgive them. Who knows some of those things that they did, my people? So it's real messy. So only God can save us. So don't put your head on the chopping board for these people. They can do anything. So they did it yesterday, but today is only a lot. They need to stop it. They need to make sure that the country is safe, that these kind of things are not happening around us.
Thank you.
No, these guys, you don't trust them on anything. But God bless you all. You have to go care.
Okay.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Joseph, for always taking up your time to join the conversation back home. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, hello. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Mr. Anderson, am I hearing that the government said they don't know who the drugs in our country?
The people say they ain't know.
So the drugs they have go to the embassy or go to the agency and buy free ticket and sit down and go sit up in the car, go play all that one. You understand the drugs living now? So you can take it in passport. So when anybody brings things for the very country, the person name, their address, everything is used to answer the customer decision the way it's coming in, right? So who is the recipient?
Somebody hiding something from us.
They ask the question. They don't know who, when, where, how, they know everything. And I was me and you number now, the number I was picture on the Facebook right. But because that who it may be, so who it may concern, so it's not concerned, or we're just talking about that. But not worry. So this one is not right yet. That will get it to the will not come out again.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's take our last caller. Good afternoon.
Yep. Good afternoon. Uncle William.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. No time. Let's hear your contribution.
Yeah, Uncle. This is the voice of Idrissa, and I represent the Concerned Librarian for Justice.
Go ahead, Idrissa. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Mr. Nime, what really on my mind is it is extremely sad for Mr. Blanca to appoint a compromise unit partisan in this called Jonathan Widow as chairperson for NEC. Mr. William, I think it is extremely despicable and problematic. Really, it is sad for our country. So they all may be so dictatorial to this nation. So this, I think this Mr. Blanca, I think this old man is just a rebel man, right? I think this man is just a rebel man. I think Blanca is just a rebel man. So we need to hit this Wasonga failure in Blanca. We need to hit the old man up until 2029. We need to make the old man to rest. Yeah, for all we the concerned level for justice, we need to suppress the puppet master in Blanca to see how best to kick it out of the position.
Okay, Idrissa, I think Idrissa, just watch your language on how you express the president. Thank you. Let's leave it there, Idrissa. Thank you. Let us now go that route. He's the president of our country, and he should be accorded all due respect. You know, that seat is very respectful. The presidency, we can discuss the issues, but we cannot use invectives on our president. So we have to go. Thanks to all of you for being there today. Thanks for you viewing us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. We'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow, somebody say, is the best part of the pre-news. What's on your mind segment. So you can join the pre-news crew tomorrow by God's grace. We all will be back here. Thank you so much, Esther, for being here. Thanks to our man, Suleiman Tunis. I'm Wendell, and we say goodbye to you.
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool.